Greenpeace Africa champions climate finance reform and tax justice, ahead of AU ECOSOCC anniversary by Satori News. On the cusp of the African Union Economic, Social, and Cultural Council's AU ECOSOCC 20th anniversary celebrations in Ghana, environmental giant Greenpeace Africa held a pivotal side event focusing on the relationship between financial reforms and the burgeoning climate crisis in Africa. The discourse titled Addressing the Polycrisis: The Role of Financial Reforms in Fixing the Climate and Environmental Crisis in Africa served as an essential forum for experts to dissect the complexities of climate finance within the context of Africa's environmental challenges. At this crucial gathering, Fred Njehu, Greenpeace Africa's Pan-African political strategist, emphasized the calamitous impact of the climate crisis that spans the continent. He stated that for Africa to triumph over these tribulations, it is essential to be an integral part of the solution. Njehu outlined the necessity for adequate climate funds earmarked for the loss and damages suffered by local communities, urging African countries to revolutionize the global finance system to achieve justice and fairness and ensure climate funds meet the continent's needs effectively. Greenpeace Africa's commitment to stimulating financial reforms also touched on the due role that governments must play in channeling funds to the true beneficiaries and holding high-emitting countries accountable for contributing to climate finance. Njehu's insights highlighted the urgent need to foster climate adaptation and address the tangible losses and damages induced by climate change. Furthermore, Doreen Nahazwe, political advisor at Greenpeace Africa, highlighted the imperative need for African unity in climate finance negotiations. She criticized the fractured approach that undermines the continent's influence and called for a unified voice to combat the injustices within the finance system, particularly the skewed taxation policies that disproportionately affect African nations relative to wealthier countries. Grace Apollos from We the People, Nigeria, echoed these sentiments, underlining the contradiction of discussing a just transition amidst the ongoing burning of fossil fuels. She urged a cessation of fossil fuel reliance to effectively combat the climate crisis, likening the situation to the futility of mopping a floor while the tap is left running. The event was not just a tableau of discussion, but also a springboard for partnerships. Organized collaboratively with the Strategic Youth Network for Development and the Tax Justice Network Africa. These vital conversations aim to set the tone for the AU ECOSOCC's anniversary, steering the attention to systemic change for a climate-just future. Thank you for choosing Satori News.